Two-time Olympian Wendell Chummy Broomhall has died. Broomhall competed in the 1948 and 1952 Olympic Games. He designed the trails for the 1960 Olympics in Squaw Valley and the 1980 Olympics in Lake Placid. News Center's Bill Green profiled him in 2006.
Chummy Broomhall started skiing as a kid. He told me there was a strong Norwegian influence in his hometown of Rumford. Stevens High had its own winter sports team.
And they had a snowshoe and a 100-yard dash and a mile snowshoe race. They had a 100-yard dash in skiing and a 3-mile ski race. They had 448, 80 and miles speed skating, and they had the ski jumps.
But World War II intervened, and while it made a man out of some of the boys, it made a complete skier out of Chummy, who served in the 10th Mountain Division.
I was sent on another detachment up to Upper Michigan.
Yeah.
They had 16 cadre from the 2nd Army Division that we taught somewhat to ski and how to live and survive in the cold, maintain your weapons and all that stuff. Same thing we did in Italy.
At the end of the war, Chummy decided to go out for the Olympic team. His making it came down to a single race.
It was the Nationals. That was probably the main race.
Yeah.
And it was in Lake Placid.
Yeah.
And I won the race.
That win got Chummy to the 48 Olympics in St. Moritz, where his focus was more on competing than winning. What do you remember about the race? Were you nervous?
Oh, yeah. You know, there was not a big crowd in Switzerland like we later experienced in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was, as I recall, 25,000 people.
Yeah.
But not around the course like you find in Scandinavia in '52.
Back then, the Scandinavians dominated the sport of Nordic skiing. Not only was their skiing better, so were their skis.
We had solid hickory skis made by Northland Company, and we were out training one day, and a Norwegian team came by us like we were standing still.
Yeah.
And they had all lightweight Limex laminated skis.
Chummy also skied in the 6th Winter Olympiad, held in 1952 in Oslo, Norway. It was after those games that the Americans began to develop cross-country skiing at home.
We decided after '48 that we had to have training camps and so forth, but we didn't do anything. We talked a lot about it. But after '52, I got together with Al Merrill from Andover, who later was an Olympic coach. And he was also Dartmouth's coach for years. Yeah. And we decided we got to do this. So I set up the training camps, and the first one was at Paul Smith College in New York.
It was obvious that the U.S. had a lot of work to do, and Chummy stayed involved. For the 1960 Olympics, he was chief of race, but development of what were called lodges eliminated the land the course was built on. Chummy had to scramble.
So I went scouting again, and I picked a spot down around Lake Tahoe, 17 miles from Squaw, McKinney Creek area.
Chummy was chief of course at the 1980 Olympics and remains a vibrant energy in Rumford's Chisholm Ski Club, a hardy group of volunteers which has hosted major races, including these nationals. For Chummy, part of the fun is seeing how the sport has advanced in America since 1948.
Horses are made like highways. The equipment is, you know, one of our skis weighed more than 2 of the skis they're using now.
The sport has changed. Chummy's love of it remains. The course in Rumford is named in honor of this pioneer Nordic skier from Maine. He honorably represented his state and his country, and then spent his life giving back so that others might have the same opportunity.
Chummy Broomhall was 98 years old. News Center will be right back.